Hi everyone, good afternoon. My name is Piotr Filipiak. I work as a consulting director at Comarch, and I am also responsible for Greenhouse by Comarch, which is our corporate venture capital owned by Comarch. And the topic of today's presentation is more than just finding things that you need to grow your startup. And today, I really wanted to avoid the topic of money, of getting financing, investments, and so on. But it turned out that it's really impossible. Because according to CB Insights, more than 38% of startups' failures are connected somehow with money. Either they run out of money, run out of cash, or they fail to raise new fundings. And moreover, this is the #1 reason behind all the startups' failures. Even ahead of missing the market, developing the wrong product, missing the pricing, missing the business model. This is like the most important factor. Even though there are different sources of funding on the market. So first of all, we have bootstrapping, of course, so getting your own money and investing into startup, getting money of your friends and family, and putting them into your company, into your idea. Of course, this is the cheapest way of financing startups because you don't need to pay interest, you don't need to give anyone your shares. But of course, it's the most risky for you because you risk your own money. Then we have bank loans, no need to introduction, angel investors, incubators owned by universities, corporates, state-owned, many sources of money coming to incubators. Then we have the most popular sources of financing for startups, such as venture capitals and venture capitals owned by corporations, so corporate venture capitals. And then we have serious money for bigger companies, which is private equity. Okay, since we are on a startup event today, I want to compare two most popular sources of financing for startups. So venture capitals and corporate venture capitals, which I will be calling CVCs and VCs. So starting from the venture capital, you all know that it's intuitive. From the startup's perspective, it is an important source of getting money, especially for young companies, or for older companies just to scale up too. Especially for young companies which have limited access to bank loans because of the limited history of operations, and they cannot have their credit score done. Venture capitalists plays an essential role in the startups ecosystem, keeping the whole ecosystem, the whole economy of startups going. And I would risk saying that without them, many of the innovations won't be with us today. Okay, so what's going on with the corporate venture capital? You may say that, okay, it's simple, because corporate venture capital is just a venture capital, but owned by the corporation, yeah? But it's a huge simplification, in fact. It's more complicated than that. And I would like to start with the history. So it's not new. It's not an innovation. First, corporate venture capital was founded over 100 years ago in the United States by Pierre DuPont, which invested by his company, of course, in General Motors and set the foundations for corporate venture capitals. So what's going on with corporate venture capitals? It's quite simple. Corporate venture startups which have investments from corporate venture capitals benefit not only from money, but also from corporates' industry expertise, experience, administrative support, and network, so-called smart money. You may say that it's marginal, corporate venture capitals, I mean, but actually it's not. Just look at the numbers. In 2019, it was $57 billion which were invested by corporate venture capitals worldwide into startups. But next year, 2020, it was over $100 billion, 131. And then we have 2021, which has staggering $283 billion invested by corporate venture capitals worldwide. Just to compare these numbers with regular VC, regular VCs in 2021 invested around $700 billion, so 2 times more, but you cannot say that corporate venture capital is marginal anymore. It plays an important role in the ecosystem. So, what is the main difference between venture capital and corporate venture capital? It's investment objective. While traditional VCs aim to earn money, gain abnormal results, buy cheap and sell for a higher price, then in the same time, corporate venture capitals want to meet other strategic objectives. Of course, apart from the money, they want to meet new technologies, they want to meet trends, they want to get insights from the market. So this is the main difference between these two entities. But there are also other smaller differences, but also very crucial. First of all, we have architecture. So traditional VC is founded by limited partners, which can be, for example, angel investors, other funds, trusts, governments, corporations, and so on. While corporate venture capital is usually owned by one corporation, which gives money to the corporate venture capital, so the CVC can make investments. Then goals. I said it on the previous slide, but just to highlight it again, venture capital strives for money, and in the same time, corporate venture capital want to meet other strategic objectives like getting in touch with innovations and market. Then we have benefits. Of course, venture capital will give you possibility of scaling, will give you network. Venture capital can sign you as a strategic investor so that it will help you to get another rounds of financing and so on. While in the corporate venture capital, you will get another sort of benefits, such as experience from the corporation, such as administrative support, such as access to customers, sales network, and so on. Then we have exits. So the main goal of VC is to do a good exit, like profitable, like spectacular. This is the main goal. While in the CVC, the aim is not to plan exit. The aim is to build a strong, long-lasting relation with startup. So this is like the crucial difference. And then we have Horizon. Of course, Horizon differs from fund to fund, from company to company, from country to country, and it differs like very, very much. But when it comes to the venture capital, it is usually set, it is usually defined. And when we are talking about corporate venture capital, it's not set, it's not defined, it's flexible because corporation aims to build long-lasting relation. Okay, so within the Greenhouse by Comarch, what do we offer actually? What kind of benefits? Of course, money. As I showed you on the first slide, it is like the most important thing of this startup ecosystem. But apart from the money, business and technological support. So access to our business consultants, access to our sales specialists. Marketing, which is also very, very important. Other services like HR, administration, legal, and so on. And international sales of network. This is very important because Comarch is present on 6 continents and it has sales offices across the world in many, many countries, in Asia, in Middle East, America, LATAM, and so on, of course, Europe. So these sales guys are really waiting for good, nice, new products so they can go to their customers and try it and sell it. Of course, there are other maybe not less important, but other things like office spaces, IT infrastructure, of course, this is also provided by Comarch. And last but not least, access to existing clients, including big corporations such as members of Fortune 500 list rank. Okay, you look at this and you might say, every CVC is doing this. So what differs us from every CVC? The main difference is that we are a technological company. We are a software house which has experience on the market for over 30 years. That's why we know how to design, how to develop, how to deploy software, how to design applications and deliver projects. And this may be a great alternative for looking for CTO co-owner, because if you are a business person, you need to maybe you have technical skills, but if you don't have technical skills, you need to look for a person who will take some shares and provide you with technical skills. But going with CVC, which is technology-oriented, let's say, which has technological skills, can help you to obtain the same result to deliver the product to the market. Okay, so now I would like to show you a quick 80 seconds video which will help you understand what is exactly Greenhouse by Comarch.
So, you've got a groundbreaking idea, but you're also aware of the difficulties between the here's a cool concept phase and successful implementation. We sure do. This is why we started Greenhouse by Comarch, an initiative accelerating the growth of entrepreneurship and tech innovation. We believe that ideas are like plants. Given the right conditions, they can reach new heights. So, hot to spark our interest? What's our jam? We're big on cloud-based IT solutions applicable to such sectors as finance, insurance, retail, travel, and oil and gas. If we find your idea attractive and the following verification process goes well, we're basically in business. Comarch will be the link between you, our top business consultants, and our worldwide sales network. Everything to make your idea bloom. Apart from this, you can also benefit from access to various Comarch facilities, IT infrastructure, numerous professional services, and our financial support in the beginning stages of product development. Don't work harder, work smarter. Greenhouse by Comarch. Let's innovate together.
Okay, exactly. So, as far as we know what is venture capital about, what is corporate venture capital, let's answer the question, which one is for who? So, first of all, if you look for a pure money investment, if your goal is to increase the value of the company fast, if you don't lack any competencies, I mean technical competencies, business, sales, marketing, and so on, or you have money, you can afford it to buy it on the market. And if you have in mind the exact investment duration, probably the first one, the venture capital, is the perfect choice for you. But on the other hand, if you look for a strategic partner which can invest and in the same time support you, if you need Big Brother to be, let's say, more recognizable on the market, and if you lack any competencies like I've mentioned technical business or so on. If you want to benefit from synergies between corporations' products and your products, if you are looking for a customer that in the same time can be your investor, and if you don't have in mind the exact investment duration, if you accept longer relation, then probably you should choose corporate venture capital. So, how to apply to corporate venture capital? Because it is slightly different than applying to venture capital. That's why CVC is business domain oriented. So that's why it's crucial to look, to check what the company does and in what business areas. So what to do? Do your homework, check the website, learn about the company, and think about the synergies that can be between your product and corporation's products. And remember that corporate venture capitals are typically not as overloaded with applications as traditional venture capitals. So we have more time to analyze your application. So please remember about it and try to personalize it, maybe add an introduction sentence, whatever. That would really help. And please remember that the most important success factor is synergy between these two businesses. So just to sum up, CVC units aim to combine best of both worlds. The strengths of traditional VC combined with the corporate knowledge, experience, and resources. So CVC's activities based on traditional venture capital model, but supplemented with specific processes and incentives will ensure that startups get the benefits they need to grow and that corporations get needed insights. Thank you very much. That's all from me for today. You can find us next to the coffee in our expo zone. So please come to us, say hi. We can have a chat. Thank you very much.